big kick on you niggas. They be plotting, I keep me a glizzy. I can't wait till they free all my hitters. In the jungle with all my gorillas. Let them out, take them out of the picture. All the good niggas down, I'm a villain. That's how this shit go when you come from the trenches. What I do? I done run a big kick on you niggas. They be plotting, I keep me a glizzy. I can't wait till they free all my hitters. In the jungle with all my gorillas. Let them out, take them out of the picture. All the good niggas down, I'm a villain. That's how this shit go when you come from the trenches. Get to that guap and I can't stop running up every day. Chase it back with my nigga, we up on the dollar. We gon' shadow. I'ma sit on earth by selling that one be like my love me stunning. That's on me, you know it, cause I got money and I ain't employed. On my way, nigga, you know that I'm rolling. 30 on me, so better not run up on me. Better think twice before I be at your door. One call all it take for my niggas on go. Ready to blow. Soon as I'm done, I get back on the road. Just might go to the mall with a load. I was trying to post your back, but who knows? Walk to the soul. I never told. I never changed. I never fold. I never check and get back to the truck, cause I stay reminiscing about when I was broke. I've been a feeling again, that money is something I wanted. I swear. I done been down too long now, my damn wants me staying. Yeah, I done ran a big kick on you niggas. They be plotting, I keep me a glizzy. I can't wait till they free all my hitters. In the jungle with all my gorillas. Let them out, take them out of the picture. All the good niggas down, I'm a villain. That's how this shit go when you come from the trenches. What I do? I done run a big kick on you niggas. They be plotting, I keep me a glizzy. I can't wait till they free all my hitters. In the jungle with all my gorillas. Let them out, take them out of the picture. All the good niggas down, I'm a villain. That's how that shit go when you come from the trenches. I'm loving these streets. I get the guap like I'm running shit on these niggas. Bro told me how I get it and go. I got that money, put it on the road. Tell all my exes every time I do a show. They don't want to see me making it up. And I won't earn my shit and I wouldn't be nice. Look at me now. I've been getting paid. Getting guap like every day. Long as I keep grinding to make sure that my people straight. Anybody that's affiliated don't always get a play. I've been a summer nigga. Only thing that didn't change was the guap. I got racks in my pocket. I sip on that Henny and think about all that I got. And I said I can't let this stay out the way. I don't know niggas be plotting. I ain't running the check like low with a pole and I'm gonna give me some more money. Yeah, I done ran a big kick on you niggas. They be plotting, I keep me a glizzy. I can't wait till they free all my hitters. In the jungle with all my gorillas. Let them out, take them out of the picture. All the good niggas down, I'm a villain. That's how this shit go when you come from the trenches. What I do? I done run a big kick on you niggas. They be plotting, I keep me a glizzy. I can't wait till they free all my hitters. In the jungle with all my gorillas. Let them out, take them out of the picture. All the good niggas down, I'm a villain. That's how that shit go when you come. That's how it go when I'm loving these streets. I get the guap like I'm running shit on these niggas.
What up, Go Gritters? What's happening? We gonna go in. Make sure you click subscribe.
There's nothing like kicking back with the fam after a long day. With Metro by T-Mobile, there are 0 fees to switch. Plus,
Yeah, make sure you click subscribe. Make sure you click share, man. Get your peoples on. We gonna go in. It's Hall of Fame weekend. Shout out to Noonie Bands and Rich Life. Let's get it.
Keep it real, girl, I know that you been feeling me. I know that you know a young nigga feeling you too. They be trying to waste your time, but that ain't in me. I'm just trying to show you what a real nigga's supposed to do. I mean, I'm in my ride, let's go whatever you like. I'ma roll up a couple blunts if you don't smoke, that's okay. Together, getting that money forever, keep it 100. Long as you do it, we be straight. Ain't got no time to wait. Niggas really tryna waste your time, but I cannot let them stress you. I can tell that you feeling my vibe, and I can tell that you're special. I know one thing for certain, yeah, we gonna always be okay. More than just the best friend to me. You kept it real when I was down how it's supposed to be. So what I'm gonna do, I'ma always keep it real with you. Don't need love, but I'm needing you. Don't care what they say, we steady getting that money together. We gon' ball for sure. So fuck what them haters think, we gon' get it on our own. Time to ball out. So keep it real, girl, I know that you been feeling me. I know that you know a young nigga feeling you too. They be trying to waste your time, but that ain't me. I'm just trying to show you what a real nigga's supposed to do. I'm in my ride, let's go whatever you like. I'ma roll up a couple blunts if you don't smoke, it's okay. Together, getting that money forever, keep it 100. Long as you do it, we be straight. Ain't got no time to wait. Really got a thing for you, girl, come on over and let's get this vibe going, cause I know that you feeling me too. For what them niggas say, cause they just want you. Fuck all the bitches just trying to use me for my love. Girl, come and take a ride with me and let me show you what I'm supposed to do.
Shout out to Looney Bands. We gonna go in. Yeah, we about to go in today, man. It's Hall of Fame weekend. Salute, salute. Everybody click them likes, get them likes up. Yeah, we better go in after this song right here. Make sure y'all click the like button, man. Make sure y'all click share. Make sure you subscribe. We going in. Yeah. Man, shout out to Looney Bands and Rich Life, man. Yeah, we finna go in, man. Yeah, man, shout out to Looney Bands and Rich Life, man. Man, I fucks with it, man. Yeah, man, that's what it is, man. Yeah. Let's get it in, man. Let's get it in, man. What's happening? Good afternoon to all my go-getters, man. What's happening? How's everybody's day going? How is everybody's day going on this Hall of Fame weekend? It's Hall of Fame Sunday, man. Now, y'all know I'm pumped up right now. Man. My boy, Big Timmy, man. Big Tim Duncan, man. He done made it to the Hall of Fame on him, man. Yeah, my boy, Big Timmy, man. Representing them Spurs, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. So y'all know I'm like extra pumped up and excited about this weekend now. You dig? Again, salute to all the inductees and to everybody who made it into the hall this year. Man, that's a feat, man. That is like a feat, like real talk. Like for somebody for a person to make it to the Hall, man, you know how much work they had to put in to do that? Like real talk, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta salute everybody, man, who made it to the Hall, coaches and players this weekend. But today I'm highlighting the three that were the most influential to me in my life and me growing up, who I watched, which is, of course, Tim Duncan, me being a Spurs fan since 1989, and the fact that my other favorite player, David Robinson, was the one who presented the award, man, with him, man. And it was crazy, man. It was surreal to me, man. I just love seeing that, man. I had chills all over my body watching, man. Teared up a little bit and all that. You did. Of course, the big ticket KG, Kevin Garnett, man, and Kobe Bryant. R.I.P. to Lil Bean. That's what I called him, Lil Bean, man, because you did Jelly Bean Bryant, man. You did. I called him Lil Bean. And Kobe, man, was ignorant, man. So those are the three I'm gonna highlight today on this show, as far as as far as the inductees that got put into the Hall of Fame yesterday. How's everybody going, man? Everybody that's watching right now, make sure you click like, man. Make sure you click like, man. You get the likes up, man. We need them likes up. But yeah, man, like I said, man, once again, shout out, salute to the ones who all got inducted into the Hall yesterday. Again, man, that is a crazy feat, man. That's something like real hard to do. Alright, y'all, hold on, I'm trying to get adjusted. Yeah, man, so let's jump right on into it, man. The first inductee I want to talk about, of course, man, as you can see, the three here, man. Man, it's crazy how all three of those guys, man, had so much influence on the game. They were part of changing the culture, and all three brought a different level of intensity to the game. When you watch Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, when you watch these guys, man, when you watch them, it was just like, it's poetry. It was poetry on the court, man. You know what I mean? My bad, y'all so I can see these here we go. It was poetry out there, man, when you saw those three out there doing their thing on the court night in and night out, man. You know what I mean? The game, we miss them. Me personally, I definitely miss watching those three get down on Sundays, man. Every day of the week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, whatever. Anytime that those three were, especially facing each other, you definitely had to tune in, man. I mean, because it was like I said, man, it was like poetry out there. It was like, and to actually watch their growth. You know what I'm saying? Actually watch their growth as far as when they were coming up in the game and, all that type of thing. Because, man, when I tell you KG, man, and Tim Duncan and Kobe Bryant, those guys, man, like they really left it on the floor every night. They played through injuries, and they didn't really leave the game unhappy and unfulfilled. All three of them, when you listen to them talk after they, walked away from the game, they felt fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? They felt like they've done everything in the league that they wanted to do, and they all left on their own accord. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right into it. First, we're gonna jump right into the big ticket, Mr. Garnett. What did KG bring to the game? As far as influence, as far as statistics, as far as the culture. Me personally, I remember in 1995 when Kevin Garnett, when the news broke. See, this is before your YouTubes, and you couldn't really go to the internet and find highlights and watch highlights, or you know, they weren't showing high school games on TV at the time. So we started hearing. It's my junior year in high school. It's a buzz going around about this guy. It's this kid from up in Chicago, man, that was just doing amazing things on the court. Ended up being KG, man. So it's like I remember the Sports Illustrated cover where KG was sitting on the ball, and you know, it was just crazy because I'm like, we're in high school too at the time, and I'm like, dang, man, dude's in high school, he's finna go to the league, man. It was crazy, and it's like we watched that go down. You know what I'm saying? We watched that go down. You know what I mean? It's like, dude really did he really did motivate high school basketball players and athletes. Like, man, we can go to the league out of high school now. It was crazy because dude, like, he really did change the culture as far as the NBA and showing other youth in the ghettos and you know, in poverty-stricken communities who had the talent that, you know, some of these kids couldn't afford college. So without getting a full ride scholarship, they wouldn't have even been able to go to these universities and play their game and be able to go to the NBA. So I think with KG laying that foundation in 1995, when he, you know, skipped going to college, it's the first time it had happened in 20 plus years. So it was like he set the tone for underprivileged athletes to be able to go earn a living straight out of high school. But yeah, it was 1995. Picked, you know, round 1, number 5, and it was like he got to the league and instantly had an impact. You know what I mean? He brought intensity. He brought that dog to the NBA to me. Around that time, you had some dogs, don't get me wrong, but him coming in, being basically a kid and controlling the game like he did, he really did change the culture, man. Like, Kevin Garnett, man, like, that's one thing you can't take from this guy. He did change the game. He changed the culture. And all of that. Like I said again, he had underprivileged kids like, man, I can go to the league. I can go to the league on them. And that's what they were doing. They were jumping ship and they were bouncing. They were getting out of there. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because the next year, 1996, of course, we remember that's when Kobe took that jump. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Kevin Garnett opened the doors. He opened the floodgates for that. Jermaine O'Neal. You know, the next year, the very next season, we had a lot of high schoolers that jumped and went left and, you know, went to the league without going to college. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, KG, you know, I have to like, he's always been one of my favorites. You know, my little brother Brandon, man, that was his guy. That was my little brother Brandon's guy right there, man. Garnett, man, my little brother loved KG, man. That intensity, man, and then it's like, you really can't take nothing from him. You know what I'm saying? You really can't take nothing from this guy, man. You can't. Like, he done some stuff that, I'm sorry, y'all. He done some stuff that at 18 years old, the world was shocked. They felt like it was, actually it was unheard of. You know, the stuff that KG was doing, it was unheard of. And I'm gonna play some clips. I'm gonna play some clips from, you know, I'm gonna give y'all some of KG's highlights. Just a few, you know, we'll watch a little bit of KG's highlights. But dude, man, I'm talking about dude was a monster. You know what I'm saying? He was a monster on the floor. And that's something that, you know, nobody could take from dude, man. Dude was just like a total beast out there. Like I said, I remember, excuse me, I remember watching KG night in and night out. I remember watching, man. I mean, the intensity. This was the first dude that I remember that will block your shot and cuss you out on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Total intimidation, man. You know, a lot of cats, man, they probably thought 2 or 3 times before they came in there on KG, man, and thought they was going to be able to just, you know, come in there and get a shot off, or, you know, come in there and dunk. Dude was he was straight beast, man. So let's get off into some of these highlights and pay a little homage to KG one time. Yeah, and we'll let those play. And for everybody's watching, man, what do y'all remember about KG? What are some of the things that you remember most about Kevin Garnett, man? Because I like most of my memories of KG, man, dude was just out there embarrassing people, man. Like, he had people scared to come in the paint, to come in there and try to get a shot off. You know what I'm saying? It was just amazing. And I don't know why the sound's not playing, but whatever. So here's what we'll do. We'll just go back. Yeah, I don't know why the sound's not playing, but, you know, like I said, we all know, man, KG, man, he just brought something, he brought something to the table, man, that wasn't at the table at the time. And like I said, he's a Hall of Famer, man, something we have to respect. He made it to the Hall now. You know what I'm saying? Dude's official. Dude's official. You know, we got to salute the big ticket, man. 21 seasons in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? 21 seasons. 15 of those seasons, he was an all-star. 1 MVP, 1 ring. And he has a lot more attributes, a lot more statistics that we ain't going to really get into. But at the end of the day, man, dude was a beast, man. I can remember, like I said, Farragut Academy, then going from there to, yeah, he definitely was a leader at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Going from Farragut Academy straight to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And shout out to Kevin McHale, man, who was one of the people who saw in him this Hall of Famer and gave him that chance, you know what I mean? And dude did it with class too, man. He didn't really get into a whole lot of crazy shit. He always paid homage. You know what I'm saying? He always paid homage to those that came before him. And then, like I said, to play 21 years in the NBA and 15 of them being all-stars, man. And then going to Minnesota, when Minnesota really didn't have anything going as far as the NBA, nobody really watched the Minnesota Timberwolves up until KG got there. You know, he did his thing. They instantly became a playoff team. You know, I can remember KG going out, you know, early first round a lot. It kind of reminded me of how the Spurs started out before my squad started winning championships. David Robinson used to go out first round to some of the heavyweights. And you got to think, KG, 15 All-Stars in 21 years, and this is playing when the big guy was the shit in the NBA. You know, he's going up against Rasheed, Tim Duncan. Y'all remember Bryant, Grant, Antonio McDyess, and my God, Jermaine O'Neal, Shaq, Mourning, David Robinson, Hakeem, Ewing. I'm talking about Larry Johnson, man. I'm talking about when the big guys were the shit in the league. You know what I'm saying? He was doing numbers. Chris Webber. A salute to Chris Webber, man, for going in next year. But KG, man, like I said, this is during a time when the big guy, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, I mean, big guys. The power forward and the center position back then were elite. Not taking nothing from the guys today, the big guys today, but back then, you know, the league were big guy heavy. They were like now has a lot of guards and swingmen. Back then it was all big guys, and man, dude was doing work. against big guys, man. So, like I said, man, we got to shout out to KG, man, off top, man, for coming in and really, like I said, being a part of the change of the culture. I remember the blockbuster trade when he went over to Boston and got his first ring. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because when he did the interview after the game and the infamous, you know, anything's possible. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? I to this day, when I watched it last night, it still gives me chills because I can remember when he came into the league and the struggles he went through. You know, when the West was, oh my God, the West. We talking about Minnesota Timberwolves. One night you got to play the champion Spurs. The next night you got to play the champion Lakers. The next night you got to play the young Bulls in Portland. Then you got to turn around and play Phoenix with Amari Stoudemire and McDyess and them. Then you got to turn around and play fucking Dallas with Big Dirt down there putting in work, man. I'm talking about every night he had a task. Go down to Houston. Now he got to play Yao Ming and T-Mac and fucking... The West was crazy back then. Even the I Believe team out Golden State with Steven Jackson and Baron Davis. And man, I'm talking about every night he had to bring it. Denver. Back when Denver, you know, Carmelo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really had to be on your shit. You know what I'm saying? You had to really be on your shit back then, man. And it's like, KG, man, salute, man. Hats off to dude, man. Especially coming in being as young as he was and putting in the work. Gotta salute dude, man. Like I said, he came in with those guard attributes, man, at 7 foot. I mean, with so much that was unheard of when it came to Kevin Garnett. Also, if y'all don't remember, he put the league in the lockout. 1998, it was time for him to sign his contract. They gave the man $200+ million. At the time, there were teams who told, I think Milwaukee Bucks at the time, the fucking franchise might have been, their whole franchise might have been worth $100 and something million. And here it is, they're paying one guy, man, we'll never compete. So that's when they came out with the whole big salary cap thing. You know, the league was in the lockout. It was only 55 games. They missed like 70 something games. Trying to get these numbers right, man. That's why they call him the big ticket. That's where that came from. I mean, because if we don't pay him this, somebody is. And who wanted to fucking see Garnett every night? Nobody. Especially when you already had him. You got to pay him. You got to pay him. So again, man, hats off, man. My hats off to him. He's always been one of my favorite bigs. One of my favorite players, period. Especially, like I said, I can remember being in high school and hearing about this other high schooler who's going to take a jump to the NBA back in 1995. Man, this was unheard of. You know what I'm saying? Rumors started hitting around 94. You know, the beginning, you know, at the end of 1994, that high school year, and it was just crazy, man. So I can remember, like I said, Garnett was the one who opened the floodgates to get your Kobe Bryants and your Jermaine O'Neals and your LeBron Jameses and all the guys who came after him that skipped over going to college and went straight to the NBA, man. KG really did do that, man. He put in the work. Like I said, he did it with class. So, you know, I gotta salute my dog, man. Salute the big ticket, man, for coming in and doing that. So congratulations once again, Kevin Garnett, being inducted into the Hall of Fame. And it's just, like I said, man, it was just crazy because, like, being 42, I really do remember when all of this was happening. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because it was just like, man, like, this guy's finna go, he's going, like, we in high school. Y'all understand that we in high school, man. We like, man, dude's finna go to the league, man. Like, he's not even going to college, man. And then, like I said, the floodgates opened after that, man. The floodgates opened, and, you know, the birth of the next person, the next Hall of Famer that we're going to talk about was the next big deal to go into, to get into the NBA or whatever without going to high school. And like I said, man, you got to start saluting these guys who paved the way. Because like I said, Kevin Garnett opened those floodgates. And without Garnett making that jump, we don't get the likes of Kobe Bryant, the likes of LeBron James, the likes of, because maybe those guys wouldn't have been thinking about making that move. They might not have been motivated to make that move. So once again, man, we're going to tip our hats to Garnett. So let's move on to the next year, 1996, man. 1996, my senior year of high school, which was also Kobe Bryant's senior year of high school. And I remember the first thing I heard about this guy was he's going to prom with Brandy. And we were like, what? Who is this kid get to go to prom with Brandy, man? Who is this kid, man? Then next thing you know, Sports Center started cutting the highlights. And the first thing that the world started saying was, he is the next Michael Jordan. And thinking back, nobody was wrong. Everybody hit the nail on the head when it came to Kobe. He definitely came in, changed the game, changed the culture. And as a baby, 1996 draft, round 1, pick number 13. So let's talk about that for a minute. Pick number 13. Kobe Bryant was picked number 13. Let's go back real quick. Let's see let's look up and see who was picked before Kobe Bryant. 1996 NBA draft. Let's see who was picked before Kobe Bryant, you guys. Because I'm laughing because at the end of the day, I don't remember, outside of Allen Iverson, I really don't recall anybody better. It's not, no, fuck that. There was nobody else better in the NBA draft. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when you think about Allen Iverson, of course, yes, okay, I see why I went where he went. But I'm like, let's look. Okay, so number 1 pick that year was Allen Iverson. Number 2, Shareef Abdul-Rahim. A lot of y'all don't even remember dude. No, number 2, I take that back. Number 2 was Marcus Camby. Out of UMass. Number 3, Shareef Abdul-Rahim. Number 4, Stephon Marbury. Number 5, Ray Allen. Number 6, Antoine Walker. Number 7, Lorenzen Wright. Number 8, Kerry Kittles. Number 9, Samaki. Well, look, I'm a Louisville Cardinals fan, die hard ever since I was born. But Samaki Walker had no business nowhere no. Number 10, Eric Dampier. Number 11, Todd Fuller. Number 13, Vitaly Potapenko. Now, let's go back up this list. Now, Allen Iverson, Marcus Camby. And I do remember Shareef Abdul-Rahim. I remember him coming out of Cal. You feel me? He was tough. Stephon Marbury, Ray Allen, Antoine Walker. Cool. I understand those first 6 picks. Because Antoine Walker was a beast. But Lorenzen Wright, he shouldn't have been right there. Kerry Kittles, cool. Samaki, shouldn't have been right there. Eric Dampier, Todd Fuller, and Vitaly. None of those guys should have been before Kobe Bryant. This was a hell of a draft class. I tell people all the time, this to me was the best draft class. Now, everybody talks about the Michael Jordan draft class. That's cool, fine and dandy. But I don't see that, what was it, 84, 83, 84? I don't see that draft class topping this one. Okay, 13, after Kobe Bryant, you have Peja Stojakovic. 15 was Steve Nash. 16 was Tony Dillon. Now, mind you, these Kentucky Wildcats are coming off a championship. Number 18, John Wallace, who played in the championship game, coming from Syracuse. And everybody know I'm a Syracuse fan also. Walter McCarty, another Kentucky. Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Dante Jones, Roy Rogers. You can go down, skipping some Dirk Fisher. Skipping down some more. So I see some guy, Odella Harrington, play with AI. This draft class was a beast. It was a beast. I'm not even gonna lie. It's some guys that was in this draft class that lasted in the NBA a long time. And we got some Hall of Famers and some MVP players in this draft class. But like I said, Kobe went number 13. 20 seasons. 18 of those seasons he was an All-Star with 4 All-Star MVPs. One league MVP, 5 championships where he got 2 finals MVPs. 11 all-time All-NBA first team, 2 All-NBA second team, and 2 All-NBA third team. Number 4 all-time in scoring. That means it's only 3 people that outscored this man. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Karl Malone, and LeBron James. Then you got Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. That is some hell of a company, my friends. The top 5 scorer of all time. Kobe's number 4. Over Michael Jordan. I tell people this all the time, and this statement has been very controversial. But when people get to asking, people keep talking about Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. I have a problem with how the hell do we keep skipping over Kobe Bryant? Because in my opinion, I'm taking Kobe over Mike. That's my opinion. I grew up watching Michael Jordan. I'm a kid, grew up in the 80s. I was watching NBA very early in my life. I remember watching Jordan day in and day out. Murder people. I was never a Bulls fan. I was never a Jordan fan. I respected the Bulls and Jordan because I'm a basketball fan. But I was never a fan of Jordan. I was never a fan of Kobe neither. Let's not get it twisted. I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a diehard San Antonio Spurs fan. So, of course, the Lakers are our rivals. But I always respected the Lakers and Kobe. But if I have to pick, and it's the best 2 guard of all time, I'm going with Jelly Bean Jr. I'm going with Kobe. He was more athletic to me. He could handle the ball better than Mike. They both were just flat out killers on the court. Flat out, I'm talking about do you bad. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, y'all. I'm just now seeing the comments, Jared and David. I'm taking Kobe. Man, I'm telling you, Kobe done some things out there, man. When I watch the highlights, man, it's just crazy. But I'm taking Kobe. Kobe just done some things on that floor, y'all. And then, like I said, I can remember being in high school again, my senior year. He was a senior also. And I remember him going to the league. And I can remember the first time he went against Jordan in the All-Star game, which was his second season in the league. He was in the All-Star game against Mike. I believe that was a year. And they were like, this kid is taking all the shots. Kobe came in with a point to prove. He was the first one I remember. I can't remember. No, he wasn't the first one to do it. He was one of the first ones to do it. Kenny Smith, if I'm not mistaken, my NBA facts, I believe Kenny the Jet, was the first one to participate in the 3-point contest and the dunk contest in the same night. I remember Kobe doing it also. He came in basically with a point to prove, letting everybody know that it wasn't no one better than him. And then people forgot. People were saying, well, he didn't even get Rookie of the Year. Dude, do y'all remember Allen Iverson's rookie season? Dude, it was crazy. And Kobe didn't even start. The Lakers were loaded when they got Kobe. Why you think he didn't even get drafted by LA? He was a trade on draft day. Kobe came in backing up Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel. And if y'all remember, those were all-stars. Eddie Jones was one of the best two-way players in the game at the time. You know what I'm saying? And Nick Van Exel was a monster out there at that point guard. He will light you up. So people forgot, Derek Fisher and Kobe came in the same year, and they were the backup unit. So people try to knock him. He didn't even get. First of all, you can't knock nothing about the Mamba. You know what I'm saying? And I could, as a San Antonio Spurs fan, I had a hatred for Kobe. I had a hatred for that dude, man. I mean, he would kill us, man. I swear. Because we always had nice two guards in San Antonio, but we just never had many that could do something with Kobe, man. Like, I mean, okay, first of all, nobody in the league could do nothing with Kobe. But, I mean, can we at least slow him down to like 20-something? Because we already know Shaq going to come in and get 35 and 15. But then we just can't let Kobe get 30 either, y'all. We got at least, we Bruce Bowen, and we had Jaron Jackson, Steven Jackson. We had Ginobili. Over the years, we had some guys that we threw on him. I remember one time, poor little Vinny Del Negro. Oh, my God. They had Vinny Del Negro on a young Kobe Bryant one year, and Kobe was just like, oh my God. Like, I'm telling you, man, like I said, man, it's just, I've never been a Laker or a Kobe fan. But my family would tell you back when LeBron was like coming up the ranks, and they were already comparing him to LeBron because Kobe was the man at the time. And I remember I used to tell everybody, I'm going with Kobe. Like, LeBron just never had that killer in him to me back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, and on top of that, Kobe is going to lock you up. He was on the All-NBA defensive team every year. He not only will he drop 30 on you, he gonna shut you down. So it's like, you definitely got to give Kobe his due diligence, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I mean, some of the stuff he pulled off, man. I mean, gold medalist. You know what I'm saying? He was a hell of a father, man, and you know what I'm saying? Dude was like man, Kobe just did some amazing stuff out there on that court, man. Like, and then I remember when Shaq left, and he was out there, and the Lakers were like horrible for a couple seasons, man. And Kobe was out there dropping 80s and 60s on folks, man. He was just out there just killing the league. And then they made that trade with the Gasol brothers and got Paul. And people forgot they had Mark Gasol already. The Lakers did, but Mark he wasn't the Mark we know yet. But Paul, Big Bro, was already official. So that's how the little Gasol brother got out Memphis. Mark. They swapped them, and then they got Andrew Bynum. Then they ended up getting Artest. And then they ended up getting Matt Barnes. Man, I'm talking about. And as we all know, Kobe went right back to the finals 3 years in a row, man. And got 2 of them, man. Kobe, man, you know what I'm saying? To me, greatest 2 guard of all time. Greatest 2 guard of all time, man. To me, my opinion. Like I said, that's my opinion. I'm taking him over Mike. I'm not taking nothing from Mike. I mean, it's the difference to me. The reason why I picked Kobe over Mike is merely the athleticism and the ball handling and the range, the shooting range. Mike could not match Kobe's shooting range. I don't care what none of y'all talking about. You know, Mike could not match Kobe Bryant's shooting range. He just couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Mike, mid-range game, oh shit, yeah. You know, and Mike, I believe Mike was stronger than Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I think Mike was a better defender. You know, but outside of that, man, I'm taking Kobe Bryant, man. Like, man, Mike, as far as the culture though, Mike, I'm taking Mike as far as everything else. You know what I'm saying? But hats off to him, man. You know, may he rest in paradise, man. Kobe, man. Like I said, man, it was a hard pill to swallow last February, 2 Februarys ago, man, when we lost dude, man. It was kind of like unbelievable. And I'm pretty sure everybody remembers where they were when the news broke. And I thought, you know, I was thinking when they were just like he got into a little helicopter accident or whatever. You know, we all look at Kobe as being invincible, man. I was like, man, he's going. I just didn't. It didn't resonate, dude, until later, and I was just like, man, dude, I was so messed up. Like, it hit me harder than Nip when Nip got killed, man. Like, I was tore up about that when Nip got killed, but this Kobe thing, man, it was crazy, man. Because I started, you know, first thing I started thinking was, you know, he was with his kid, man, and the thought processes that are going on when the helicopter's going down, and you pretty much know it's about to be over, man. That shit, it just bothered me a little bit, or a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, but he definitely left a legacy, man. He was also the first athlete to win an Oscar. You know, Kobe Bryant, man, like, there's nothing that you can say You know what I'm saying? As far as what he left on the court. Hell, his last game, he dropped 60. Mamba out game. You feel what I'm saying? Like, man, gotta tip your hat, man. You gotta tip your hat to Kobe, man. You gotta tip your hat, man, because dude was just on a whole nother level, man. So hats off to Kobe and the Lakers. Condolences to his family, man, and again, congratulations on making the Hall of Fame. So now let's move on to, everybody knows what my cup of tea is. Big Tim, man. You know, diehard Spurs fan, man. Diehard Spurs fan. This guy here, man. This guy here. I'm gonna take y'all back. I'm gonna take y'all back to 1997 when we were coming off a terrible year. David Robinson had just had back surgery. We won like 26 games or something like that, I believe. We were horrible, man. I mean, you know, we didn't have our MVP. And it's like, I remember watching the draft, the draft lottery. You know what I'm saying? I remember the draft lottery, man. But the balls felt funny. I remember sitting there. And if y'all recall, Rick Pitino left UK that year because I think Boston won 8 games that year, I believe. I think Boston won like 8 games. I think Antoine Walker was hurt. They won 8 games or something like that year. 12 games. It was 8 games, I believe. They were horrible, man. The Celtics were horrible. So Rick Pitino just knew, you know, he already had Antoine Walker out there. They had already had Tony Dell. And Rick Pitino was like, shit, I can go out there because they're going to get the first pick and I'm going to get Tim Duncan. Imagine the Celtics with Tim Duncan and Antoine Walker back then. And I think they had McCarty or Mercer too. So let me take y'all back to the day I'm watching the draft lottery, right? And we get down to that pick, and number 4 came, and this is where the Spurs have been projected to fall. And I remember watching the screen, y'all, and I remember when the number 4 pick came, and I seen that Boston Celtic ball fall in there. I was on the edge, like, hold on. We might, what? I sat there, I was like, hold on. Ooh, buddy. Man, the number 3 ball fell. The number 2 ball fell. And the Spurs ball hadn't fell. I said, oh my God. We are getting ready to get the big fundamental. And history was written that day. Because y'all remember, the 1998 year, his rookie year, that man got Rookie of the Year. And he was the first All-Star rookie to start in the All-Star game. First one. Michael Jordan ended his career that year. That was the second three-peat year. And if we all recall, the very next year, Big Tim brought that ship to San Antonio. Twin Towers? To the Towers? Tim and Big Dave. So y'all already know last night the chills I had when Big Dave walked up there and presented the award with Timmy, man. You feel me? My 2 favorite players of all time. You know, alongside with Isaiah Thomas, you know, before they got to the league. Man, Tim, 19 seasons in the NBA. Picked round 1, number 1 overall from Wake Forest to San Antonio in 1997. The Spurs knew then that their culture of their franchise would forever be changed. Because before that year, before David Robinson had this back surgery, people forgot we were in the hunt for the title every year. San Antonio had the best record in the league a few times. You know, we just fell short in the playoffs. One year David Robinson he led the league in scoring. First player to be in the top 5 in like 7 or 8 categories or 10 categories or some shit. we couldn't get past the dream. You know what I'm saying? The dream won 2 in a row, man. David Robinson got MVP 1 year, led the league in scoring. Like, for a center to lead the league in scoring back then, man, it was unheard of, man. Dude ran like a deer, man, up and down. So we were in the hunt every year. So the day that they draft Tim Duncan, the franchise was forever changed. 19 seasons later, 5 rings, 3 finals MVPs, 2 league MVPs, 15 All-Star, 1 All-Star MVP, 15th on the list of all-time scoring, 10 All-NBA first-team selections, 3 All-NBA second-team selections, along with a lot of other shit. One of my biggest, well, my most fond memories of Tim Duncan was the 1993 campaign. David Robinson's last year, we all knew David Robinson was retiring. We were just murdering the league again. We had been embarrassed the last 2 years by the Lakers in the playoffs on their road to their three-peat. So this year was kind of special. We ran into the Lakers again, as is always, and it was just like an obliteration. We beat the hell out of the Lakers. If some of y'all don't remember, this was the game Derek Fisher and Kobe Bryant was crying on the sideline. We beat them by 28 points in LA. Elimination game. We knew we were going to win it. We had the Nets up next. You know, we knew we were going to win it. Do it for Big Dave. But I remember this one particular finals game where Tim Duncan he almost had a quadruple double. He missed it by a block. And 2 of his blocks, if y'all don't remember, go look it up. 2 of them were clean blocks, but we were officiated by Crawford, and everybody knows Crawford hated Tim. He couldn't stand Tim Duncan. Joey Crawford, I believe his name was. He couldn't stand Tim Duncan. He picked on Tim Duncan all the time. I don't know if y'all remember, but Tim Duncan was on the sideline laughing one time and got ejected. On the bench, he was on the bench, wasn't even in the game, and he was laughing on the bench, and he got ejected. So this guy didn't like Tim Duncan. So 2 of those blocks in that New Jersey game, 2 of those blocks were blocks Tim Duncan should have had the next quadruple double in that game, but we annihilated the Nets, man. And we were like in it every other year. You know, 1999 was San Antonio's first time winning it. We came back in 2003, 2005, 2007, and then he came back as OG Timmy with the young Tony and Kawhi and Danny Green team in 2014 and did that. Hats off to him, man. Tim Duncan, man, one of the best to ever do it. Definitely deserved this first ballot, as if KG, so did KG and Kobe. And again, like I said earlier, man, when you saw these 3 really get down and you saw them compete against each other, man, it was nothing less than poetry. It was nothing less than some of the best basketball you could ever see. I mean, Tim Duncan, man, like, there's just so much I remember. I can remember a year that we were about to lose Tim Duncan to Orlando. You know, the Spurs hadn't re-signed him. It was a lot of talking about because he was going to be an unrestricted free agent, and Tim Duncan was, it was rumors going around that Tim Duncan was going to leave and go to Orlando at the time, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Orlando had Tracy McGrady at the time, I believe, and they were talking about Tim and Tracy playing together at Orlando. And I can't remember what happened, but whatever happened, I'm glad it happened, because Tim doubled back and he came back home and finished up what he had started as far as his legacy with the team. Gold medalist, man. Just stand-up guy. No drama. I don't know, man. I just look at some of these stats, man, that these 3, Kobe, KG, and Tim Duncan, like, man, it's crazy. 11 titles between these 3 guys. 5 for Kobe, 5 for Timmy, and 1 for KG. Man, it's crazy. 4 MVPs between them. Oh my God, man. Like I said, man, salute and congrats to one of my favorite players of all time. The best power forward of all time. A lot of people throw KG in there. Salute to KG, much love, much respect. But when you get to looking at some of this stuff, man, I mean, 2 MVPs for Tim Duncan versus KG's 1. You know what I'm saying? They both have 15 All-Star. The 5 rings, the 3 Finals MVPs, man. Like in a very small market at the time, San Antonio Spurs team, a very small market. So, I mean, man, these 3 here, man, like we definitely missed the intensity that these guys brought. The respect for the game, the love for the game. We definitely missed having these guys on the floor. Man, I mean, they will definitely be missed. Tim Duncan also coached on the Spurs sideline for a season. I don't think that'll be the last we ever saw of Tim Duncan as far as coaching goes, man. But again, man, shout out to the committee, man, for getting these guys that are well deserving into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, man. It's amazing. Like I said, I'm just sitting here looking at the stats from these 3 dudes, man. It was just amazing, some of the stuff that they did out there on this floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing that you could do. There's like literally nothing you could take away from these guys. They left nothing on the floor. I mean, they left everything on the floor. They like I said, they walked away with their heads up high. Did it with class. Did it with respect. You know what I'm saying? They all changed the cultures. Tim Duncan comes in when, like I said again, with KG, back when the big guys ran the league for the most part, and just did that. Tim Duncan, like KG, was like athletic as a guard, a wingman, and Tim Duncan, not so much, and still dominated night in, night out, year after year. He's one of the first to do it, if not the first. He's probably one of the first to do it in a long time, if he's not the first to win in 3 different decades. Winning it in 99, then winning 3 between 2003, 5, and 2007, then coming back again in 2015, man. It's just crazy how, you know, somebody can control the league the way these 3 did. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, much salute, much praise. My hats off goes to them again. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's watching this right now, click like, man. Make sure you click like. Click the like for me, man. We got to get the analytics up, man. We got to get it. We got to get the algorithms up. Make sure y'all click like for me, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you click share. Make sure you share this. Click the share button. Put it on your Facebooks, man. You know, make sure you click the subscribe button. That way you can tell. You know, you can tell when we going live. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that comes on here, man, and especially the ones that share and talk and interact, click the likes. I appreciate all of y'all, man. I appreciate, because we're just building. This is only our 2nd week. We're just building. Shout out to the subscribers. We're already over 400, and this is our 2nd week in it. We're already over 400 subscribers. So everybody that's subscribing, man, salute, man. Much love from Go Get It Studios, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'll be back later to come back and jig with y'all, man. Y'all my peoples, man. I'm always come back and jig with y'all, man. Again, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna leave y'all with some shit, man. Once again, man. Shout out to Rich Life and Noonie Bands, man. The whole little fam. I done became a crazy fan, man. And I will see y'all later. Make sure y'all come back. Y'all come back and fuck with us later. Come back and rock with us later. Again, thanks for everybody who clicked like. Thanks for everybody who are clicking subscribers. Again, 2 weeks. We over 400 subscribers, man. So the love is there. We're growing. We're getting better. And I just want to say that I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. And all I know is go. And we'll see y'all later. Yeah. Shout out to Noonie Bands and Rich Life once again, man. Like I said, I became a fan, man. Make sure y'all go check him out, man. Noonie Bands. Yeah, that's what we doing. We always showing love around here, man. That's how we do, man. We all on the come up. So let's push everybody. Let's pitch each other. Go.
Yeah, I done ran up that cake on you niggas. They be plotting, I keep me a glizzy. I can't wait till they free all my hitters. In the jungle with all my gorillas. Let them out, take them out of the prison. All the good niggas down, I'm feeling. That's how this shit go when you come from the trenches. What I do? I done ran up that cake on you niggas. They be plotting, I keep me a glizzy. I can't wait till they free all my hitters. In the jungle with all my gorillas. Let them out, take them out of the prison. All the good niggas down, I'm feeling. That's how that shit go when you come from the trenches. Ain't no love in these streets. I get the guap like no running shit on these niggas. Told me how to get it and go. Stop that money, put it on the road. Tell my asses every time I do a show. They don't want to see me making it up. And I want everybody saying I wouldn't be nice. Look at me now. I've been getting paid. Getting guap like every day. Long as I keep grinding and make sure that my people straight. Anybody that's affiliated don't always get a play. I've been the same one nigga. Only thing that didn't change was the guap. I got racks in my pocket. I sip on that Henny and think about all that I got. And since I came up, I can stay out the way. I don't even need to be plotting. I run up and take like love with a pole and I'm gonna give me some more money. Yeah, I done ran up that cake on you niggas. They be plotting, I keep me a glizzy. I can't wait till they free all my hitters. In the jungle with all my gorillas. Let them out, take them out of the prison. All the good niggas down, I'm feeling. That's how this shit go when you come from the trenches. What I do? I done ran up that cake on you niggas. They be plotting, I keep me a glizzy. I can't wait till they free all my hitters. In the jungle with all my gorillas. Let them out, take them out of the prison. All the good niggas down, I'm feeling.